I lit the past just to watch it burn. Took pain like lessons I had to learn. My story ain't framed, it's tagged to a wall, in a trailer that shakes when the devil's called. I ain't from grace, I'm from gravel and grief, where the silence cuts sharper than a thief. But I rise from smoke with a verse so cold, writing my name in the ashes they sold. These are ashes and anthems, fire-bred lines, truth in the dust and the beat that binds. From the porch light lows to the spotlight fades, I built my gospel where the brave get played. No stage lights, just truck bed dreams, and it's like guitar over broken beams. I don't sing pretty, I testify pain, ashes and anthems in a rebel's vein. This ain't your radio Sunday song, it's back road bruises and holding on. I rhyme like a storm, slow and wide, with scars too deep to ever hide. I still got smoke in my collar and steel in my chest. I spit for the tired who gave their best. I don't flex, I reflect every loss I claim. Is a lyric I earned through rust and flame. These are ashes and anthems, fire-bred lines, truth in the dust and the beat that binds. From the porch light lows to the spotlight fades, I built my gospel where the brave get played. That's where I left it. These are ashes and anthems, fire-bred lines, truth in the dust and the beat that binds. From the porch light lows to the spotlight fades, I built my gospel where the brave get played. I was born in the smoke of a burned down barn, where the wind speaks low and the ground's all home. Mentally moaning in a rusted key, and a harmonica cry that won't let me be. Ain't no clean start, just dirt and flame, raised by whispers no preacher could name. I walk with a limp from the life I've dragged, and spit rhyme sharp like a torn up flag. These are cinder dust songs from a hell-bound throat, with a mandolin prayer in a tattered coat. Whole night at the house where the silence hides, and I rhyme like thunder when the fire rides. Ash in my pocket, pain in my chords, no church left, just backwoods boards. I don't preach peace, I sing what's wrong. These cinder dust songs been burning all along. Got a jaw like oak and a heart like smoke, voice like a match and a rhythm that broke. Honeycomb breeze, what I can't explain, like a freight train ghost dragging my name. I don't chase stages, I light 'em up with a steel string sound in a plastic cup. I rap from the well where the old wounds sit, with mandolin cuts that never quit. These are cinder dust songs from a hell-bound throat, with a mandolin prayer in a tattered coat. High night I call hells where the silence hides, and I rhyme like thunder when the fire places. Cinder dust songs from a hell-bound throat, with a mandolin prayer and a tattered coat. I'm on a house where the silence hides, and I rhyme like thunder when the fire rides. Rhyming from the rust where they curse your name. Mandolin sharp like a switchblade tongue, with a voice that creaks like a front porch rung. Ain't no polish on the way I speak, got a draw so thick it cuts through bleak. High nine-a-corn cries like my past ain't healed. Every bar I spit's like a battlefield. This is dust and draw, boots in the ash, verses from the gut never meant for cash. Banjo soul with the 808 spine, I bend every word like a back row line. Don't need your knot, I brought my own. Steel in my chest and a ragged tone. No silk in my sound, just grit and brawl. I was born in the smoke, this is dust and draw. I don't ride waves, I carve them raw, with a mandolin riff and a broken law. From a one-horse town with a 5-shot flow, and a gospel built where the hard winds blow. My harmonica hums in a minor key, like a hymn from a ghost that still rides with me. And my rhyme don't flex, it fights and folds like a field hand's truth. Bear is bold. Dust and draw, boots in the ash, verses from the gut never meant for cash. Banjo soul with the 808 spine, I bend every word like a back road line. They tried to silence my twang, but the dust speaks loud when the rhythm bangs. Verses from the gut, never meant for cash. Banjo soul with the 808 spine, I bend every word like a back road line. I was born where the holler don't lie, where the dogs bark truth and the moon hangs high. Mama had soul, daddy had scars, and I found rhyme between rusted cars. Mentally sang when the power went out, and I learned pain don't need no shout. Just a harmonica hum and a beat that walks, with a voice like gravel when the backwoods talks. This is my harmonica hollowing through pain, with a draw so deep it floods like rain. I spit from the porch, not the stage lights glare. Truth in my lungs, smoke in the air. Ain't no filter, no fake amen, just 808s and a pad and pen. If you feel this twang, then you know my lane. I was born with a holler and a chain. Church bells cracked, but the rhythm stayed. I found God in a bar where the jukebox played, with a voice that stings and a slide that bleeds. My harmonica talks when my silence needs. Banjo loop, beat slowed down, tales from a town that forgot its crown. But I'll wear this
dirt like a second skin, and a rhyme for the ones who won't fit in. This is my harmonica holler, wind through pain, with a draw so deep it floods like rain. I spit from the porch, not the stage lights glare. Truth in my lungs, smoke in the air.
They tried to bury my voice under asphalt, but it still rises with the wind.
This is my harmonica holler, wind through pain, with a draw so deep it floods like rain. I spit from the porch, not the stage lights glare. Truth in my lungs, smoke in the air.
I was raised with a road, forget your name, where silence hits harder than fortune or fame. Had a pistol grin and a flannel fade, and a boot print so too tough to break. A mama stitched Timbs in my torn up jeans. Daddy left early, still haunts my dreams. I found rhythm in the crack of a whip. Now I spit that truth with a full steel clip. I'm leather and lead, stitched in scars. Grew from gravel and outlaw bars. Ain't no quiet, just smoke and fight. I'm preaching rhymes with a fist held tight. Fire in my guts, steel in my stance. Rap like thunder, not by chance. You want sweet, go the other thread. I walk the line with leather and lead. Moonshine breath and a bar stool creed. I rhyme from roots that most won't read. My flow don't flex, it breaks the mold. It's cold-blooded truth from a soul gone bold. I don't sing pretty, I spit the past. In every chord my shadows last. A preacher's regret, a sinner's voice. I didn't pick this sound, I had no choice. I'm leather and lead, stitched in scars. Grew from gravel and outlaw bars. Ain't no quiet, just smoke and fire. I'm preaching rhymes with a fist held tight.
This ain't for radio spins, this for the ones still bleeding.
I'm leather and lead, stitched in scars. Grew from gravel and outlaw bars. Ain't no quiet, just smoke and fire. I'm preaching rhymes with a fist held tight.
This life, it was born in my chest, like a busted V8 that don't ever rest. From barbed wire dreams to rusted goals, I came up swinging with a voice full of coals. Mama prayed hard, but the road prayed harder. Daddy left town, I went darker and farther. I spit like a fuse, walked like a flame, with a southern snarl and a no name. I got outlaw in my veins, grit in my spit, a back road gospel they don't permit. Slide in my soul, 808s in my heart. I ain't just country, I tear it apart. Smoke on my boots, rage in my chords. My life ain't lines, it's broken boards. I don't ride trends, I ride my chains with a rebel howling outlaw veins. Ain't no label gonna polish this edge. I rhyme on the ledge, no filter, no pledge. I've seen preachers lie and drunk speak true, so I speak my dirt like the holy few. Bedrock cuts through like a blade at dawn, and I ride that loop till the lies are gone. This ain't a phase, it's blood and breath. My verses are born where the ground meets death. I got outlaw in my veins, grit in my spit, a back road gospel they don't permit. Slide in my soul, 808s in my heart. I ain't just country, I tear it apart. They branded me wrong, I burned the brand. I got outlaw in my veins, grit in my spit, a back road gospel they don't permit. Slide in my soul, 808s in my heart. I ain't just country, I tear it apart.
Got a rust jaw growl and a Bible scar. I don't pray soft, I speak from far, where the road don't end, just bends and bleeds, and the truth grows wild and outlaw seeds. On minor pie house when the beat drops low, like a Sunday fight in a backwoods show. Mandolin dances like it's half possessed, and I rhyme like a preacher who won't confess. This is my rust jaw revival built on grime, where the rhythm hits like a church bell crime. No choir robes, just flannel and steel, and a mandolin loop that cuts what's real. I mine out of breathes like a sinner's plea, 808 thumps like a prayer set free. I don't preach clean, I spit survival. Born in the storm, it's a rust jaw revival. Ain't no stained glass, just fogged up glass, with rhymes that ride where the fences pass. From pine wood pews to midnight fights, I learned cadence in porch light nights. I mix my scripture with shotgun shell, speak dirt truths, they don't sell. Gotta fight it, won't get blessed, so I sing my scars from the rust in my chest. This is my rust jaw revival built on grime, where the rhythm hits like a church bell crime. No choir robes, just flannel and steel, and a mandolin loop that cuts what's real.
I didn't find salvation. I forged it with a slide and spit.
This is my rust jaw revival built on grime, where the rhythm hits like a church bell crime. No choir
like a hammer on steel. I learned to rhyme where the silence kills, where the hate turns hard and the nights get loud, and every broken soul still walks proud. My boots ain't clean, they stomp on beats in a city that howls through shotgun streets. No polished charm, just back alley grit with a southern spine and a flow that hits. I'm six strings and street smoke, whiskey tune, running red lights with a rebel tune. No map, no script, just scars and tone. I built this fire from sticks and chrome. Bass lines hum like a motor growl, and my verses ride like a wolf pack howl. Can't box me in, I don't provoke, I just speak with six strings and street smoke. Got a preacher's heart and a felon stare. My chords hit hard cause I never play fair. I twist these rhymes like bottle guitar and ride that slide till it breaks the bar. I come from trailers and tail light fights where the moon cuts sharp and the law right night. Still I spit with grace, sharp and slow, a streetwise soul and a hillbilly flow. Slangs and street smoke, whiskey tune, running red lights with a rebel tune. No map, no script, just scars and tone. I built this fire from sticks and chrome.
Can't find this in Nashville. You find it where the smoke don't lift.
I'm six strings and street smoke, whiskey tune, running red lights with a rebel tune. No map, no script, just scars and tone. I built this fire from sticks and chrome.
Rain hit the tin roof like an old hymn crying. Every drop of truth I stopped denying. Grandma cooked hope in a cast iron fade, and I learned to spit bars off a chipped up plate. My roots grow crooked but they still hold weight. I write scripture in grease and heartbreak. Ain't no mansion in my dream parade, just a mic, a storm, and a beat I made. This is my tin roof testament, thundertone. Every word I drop comes battle grown. No choir robes, just flannel and scars. I praise the pain under rusted stars. I ain't preaching peace, I'm singing proof. Build my gospel from a leaking roof. This ain't church, it's a front porch prayer with a voice full of fight and smoke. And got raindrops mixing with cigarette burns, and a story in each scar that never turns. I don't sell dreams, I trade in facts, and my rhythms forging these weathered tracks. My choir's the wind and a slide guitar. I don't chase fame, I chase that bar where the whiskey's cheap and the truth don't lie, and the bass line hits like a southern sky. This is my tin roof testament, thundertone. Every word I drop comes battlegrown. No choir robes, just flannel and scars. I praise the pain under rusted stars. I never asked for mercy, I asked for the rain to keep coming. This is my tin roof testament, thundertoned. Every word I drop comes battle grown. No choir robes, just flannel and scars. I praise the pain under rusted stars.
a dirt road, engine growling mean, hat tilted low on the outlaw scene. Coffee in hand, dust on my tongue, rapping my fate, bare chest still young. Leather seat holds a memory deep, hearts on beat, flow don't sleep. Hillbilly soul with the city's code, pulsing the rhythm, carrying the load. Break free road, outlaw street, wheel keeps turning, I don't concede. Truth in the bass, in the rhyme I blaze. This path is mine, freedom's my fate. Freedom's my fate. Got the breeze of the field and the hood in my chest. With a pick and a beat, I lay it to rest. Dad taught me grind under midday fire. Streets gave me faith, flow and desire. Scars on skin, leather and ink. Chain on my neck, right on the brink. Roosters crowing, kick drum hits. Life's a borderland, talking with fists. Break free road, outlaws creed. Wheel keeps turning, I don't concede. Truth in the bass, in the rhyme I blaze. This path is mine, freedom's my fate. Freedom's my fate.
They took it all. I spit it back in bars and steel.
Break free road, outlaws scream. Wheel keeps turning, I don't concede. Truth in the bass, in the rhyme I blaze. This path is mine, freedom's my fate. Freedom's my fate. Engine humming, verses flying, road expands, rhythm ain't lying.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't ride no chrome horse, just a rusted Ford with a cracked rear view and a verse like a sword. Southern draw with a city snap, boots on gravel, head in a trap. Didn't learn rap from a label feed, I got bars from the field, roots and weed. Barbed wire thoughts, fence line scars, verse after verse like battle bars. Barbed wire flow, twisting and tight. Ain't no polish, just dirt and fire. Beat kicks low, my boots stomp slow. Truth wrapped hard in that barbed wire flow. I ain't Nashville clean, ain't LA lit. I'm a bonfire spit with a moonshine head. Call it country, call it trapper soul. It's just me and my barbed wire flow. Mama prayed hard, daddy drank cold. I found rhythm in the middle of both. Sunday guilt and my Friday sin. Baptized twice, but I still give in. Ain't no cowboy hat on my dashboard crack, just a camo cap and a dream that's jacked. The old men said I'd fade with age, but this voice ain't rust, it's road and rage. Barbed wire flow, twisting and tight. Ain't no polish, just dirt and fire. Beat kicks low, my boots stomp slow. Truth wrapped hard in that barbed wire flow.
This flow, it cuts deep, like fence line faith.
Barbed wire flow, twisted and tight. Ain't no polish, just dirt and fire. Beat kicks low, Tires on the blacktop, prayers in smoke. Hood full of sins that I never spoke. Dust in my boots, weight in my chest. I run from the past, but it rides as a guest. Raised by storms and AM static, with the dashboard, Bible and habits erratic. Cross on my neck, chip on my lip. Every verse I spit it is a road trip script. This is my blacktop hymn, my roadside grace. Burning rubber under heaven's face. I ain't saved, but I'm driven by fire, with a voice that crawls through mud and wire. Angels don't ride like this, no doubt, but I find faith when the engine shouts. My altar's asphalt, my choir's the wind. I live by the throttle, sing my blacktop hymn. I don't kneel, I lean and swerve on back road beats I know I deserve. My sermon's raw, not made for pews. It's late night loops and worn out shoes. Ain't got a plan, but I got a route, and a V8 prayer that shakes the doubt. From small town fights to city fights back, I bring a melody sharp as a switchblade. This is my blacktop hymn, my roadside grace. Burning rubber under heaven's face. I ain't saved, but I'm driven by fire, with a voice that crawls through mud and wire. You can't hear salvation in the silence. It comes loud on a backfiring engine. I ain't saved, but I'm driven by fire, with a voice that crawls through mud and wide. My hymn ain't clean, but it's mine to sing out here. Redemption's a tirade. My story's carved, raised where the hounds howl and the corn starved. Ain't no fairy tale in this pine box, ain't just bruised up prayers and kerosene. Got a switchblade mouth and a gospel hand, mixing songs with pain they don't understand. My truths and scars and shotgun shells. Country ain't sweet, it yells, it rebels. Blood in the bark, voice in the wind, spit from the roots where the sin begins. I ain't saved, I ain't clean, just a backwoods hymn with a rebel lean. Ride with ghosts, rhyme with grit, every line's a strike and I don't quit. Carved in wood, inked in dark, truth don't lie, it's blood in the bark. My soul stitched in a flannel thread, with a flow born loud with a sinner's bled. From porch step fights to baseline cries, I found rhythm where the silence dies. Ain't no radio fit for this tone, too dirty, too raw, too on my own. But I ain't budging from what I bleed, I'm the sound of a force when it's cutting free. Blood in the bark, voice in the wind, spit from the roots where the sin begins. I ain't saved, I ain't clean, just a backwoods hymn with a rebel lean.
They asked where I came from. I pointed the tree I carved my name in.
Blood in the bark, voice in the wind, spit from the roots where the sin begins. I ain't saved,
choke cherries by the tongue, where the law don't look and the songs stay unsung. Got rust on my belt, fire in my gut, and a steel-toed mind that don't let up. Ain't no school taught this kind of grind. It's in the bark, the bloodline, the back of my mind. Rapping through thorns with the country snarl. Soul like whiskey and a voice like mall. I'm choke cherry steel, sharp and black. Sweet ain't my style, I don't bend, I crack. Roots in the wrong, bloom in the fight. Verse like a hammer, beat like a bite. I'm the sound of the field when the frost don't break, or the chain that sinks cause it never shakes. If it hurts when I speak, it's cause I feel I was forged in the dark on choke cherry steel. Sunday fears and Friday sins, I wear both deep like second skins. Ain't no preacher ever fixed this rage, so I took to the pen and I broke the cage. My cadence crawls like a copperhead hiss, but the strike hits hard, no charm, no kiss. Got oak in my spine and soot in my chest. I rap like I'm digging for the peace I repressed. I'm choke cherry steel, sharp and black. Sweet ain't my style, I don't bend, I crack. Roots in the wrong, bloom in the fight. Verse like a hammer, beat like a bite. You want sweet songs? Tilt the wrong woods. I'm choke cherry steel, sharp and black. Sweet ain't my style, I don't bend, I crack. Roots in the wrong, bloom in the fight. Verse like a hammer, beat like a bite.
I was baptized in creek water, not no church, rapping barefoot through the seeded and dirt. Raised by ticks, ribs, and busted amps, where the fireflies blink and the law sets claim. No silk in my style, just moss and flame. No fake gold teeth, just a backwoods name. They say I sound like sin with a scripture note, a rebel with rhythm and a camouflage coat.
Creek water cold, written in scars. No cell tower here, just steel string bars. Beat from the mud, truth in the tone. Outlaw bread, but I build my own throne.
From the cooked beats on a cast iron plate, throw a snare in the skillet, make the rhythm taste great. My uncle played blues, cousin bump Wayne. I mix banjo picks with that memory strain. Hip hop rebel with a southern drawl. Write scripture with sweat on a shed wall. I ain't slick, I'm carved in stone. Each rhyme a ripple from the place I've grown.
Creek water cold, written in scars. No cell tower here, just steel string bars. Beat from the mud, truth in the tone. Outlaw bread, but I build my own throne. Don't decode me. I was never encrypted, I'm just mud-born encrypted scripture. Creek water cold, written in scars. No cell tower here, just steel string bars. Beat from the mud, truth in the tone. Outlaw bread, but I build my own throne.
preaching boots, not a pulpit suit. Got a flask in my vest and a voice like soup. I ain't read the word, I live the verse. From the mud to the mic, from a blessing to curse. Gasoline grin, holy rebel stance. Gave up choir for the devil's dance, but I still quote songs when the engine roars and my beat drops loud like a slamming door. Call me the diesel preacher, fire in the lane, sermon in a bottle, thunder in the chain. Spit like a prophet, ride like a sin. Country flow gospel, born again in the den. Steel in my rhythm, truth in my tone. Baptized in bourbon, I preach alone. No steeple high, just sky and speaker. Soul-fed outlaw, I'm the diesel preacher.
Tithers were paid in blood and time. With every rhyme I told that line. Got a V8 voice and a holy hook. Reading fade like a ledger book. Ain't a saint, but I bleed with grace. Got redemption on a kick drum bass. From the holler to the hood, I bridge that split. Grit on the tongue, never learn to quit.
Call me the diesel preacher, fire in the lane, sermon in a bottle, thunder in the chain. Spit like a prophet, ride like a sin. Country flow gospel, born again in the den. Steel in my rhythm, truth in my tone. Baptized in bourbon, I preach alone. No steeple high, just sky and speaker. Soul-fed outlaw, I'm the diesel preacher. Some men preach from books, I preach from bruises. Call me the diesel preacher, fire in the lane, sermon in a bottle, thunder in the chain. Spit like a prophet, ride like a sin. Country flow gospel, born again in the den.
Dust don't settle when the word rides loud. Diesel preacher, I speak for the proud.
Trap beat me, slide guitar.
Raised on scripture, fed on grit, where Sunday morning meets a mosh pit. Got my Bible in the glove, shotgun on the rack. Faith in the front, demons in the back. I ain't clean cut, never played by rules. Learned more from scars than I did in school. Fuel in the flask, fire in my tone. A southern outlaw with a microphone. Grain in my glass, gasoline in my soul. Leather in the seat, but I don't lose control. Rapping in a draw, steel in my spit. Cross the line, cause I was born to split. I'm outlaw born, genre broke. Country in the blood, but I ride that smoke. Boots on the beat, pride on the scene. Truth in the dirt, it's grain and gasoline. Kick drum like a rustic gate. Rims still shine, but the roots run great. Grandma's cross, mama's rage. Daddy's silence built my stage. Truck bed full of sins and lines. Rap don't lie when the past defines. I ride with ghosts, shout the names. Blending legacy with my flames. Rain in my glass, gasoline in my soul. Leather in the seat, but I don't lose control. Rapping in a draw, steel in my spit. Cross the line, cause I was born to split. This ain't Nashville clean, it's a rebel and me. Yeah. Grain in my glass, gasoline in my soul. Leather in the seat, but I don't lose control. Rapping in a draw, steel in my spit. Cross the line, cause I was born to split. Boots thump loud, heart off beat. Country ain't dead, it got heat.
Wasn't born in silk, just sweat and clay. Raised where the gravel taught you what to say. Where a man's worth came from busted hands, and respect was earned, not made from brands. Got a grandpa's growl and a jailhouse lean, mama's kitchen heat and a barroom scene. I walk like truth, talk like sin. Got hymns in my pocket and smoke. I'm gravel raised, rough and real. Don't need no shine, just grip and steel. Voice like bourbon, scars like art. Outlaw rhythm with a 2-ton heart. Don't dress it up, don't play polite. I spit my name with gravel bite. No paved path, no velvet stage, just dirt road truth, cause I'm gravel raised. I've rapped from tractors and backroom dives, made bars from bruises, kept hope alive. Ain't got a halo, ain't got chains, just a mind full of struggle and backwoods games. My crew's got hounds and harmonicas loud, riding beat up Ford, still talking proud. We're the bridge they burned, the voice they feared, the line in the sand that never disappeared. I'm gravel raised, rough and real. Don't need no shine, just grip and steel. Voice like bourbon, scars like art. Outlaw rhythm with a 2-ton heart. You can hear the truth in how we talk. It crunches like the road we walk. I'm gravel raised, rough and real. Don't need no shine, just grip and steel. Voice like bourbon, scars like art. Outlaw rhythm with a 2-ton heart. Gravel don't give, gravel don't bend, and I was born on that twisted end.
Built from hardwood floors and hand-me-down paint, raised on regrets and blue-collar strain. Learned to rhyme with a hammer and nail, talked with my fists and prayed without fail. My anthem ain't clean, it's got sawdust and spit. It don't chase streams, it was born legit. From porch light scars to backbeat burns, I turn every bruise into bars that churn. I'm hardwood and harm, blood in the grain, stubborn like oak, loud in the rain. Fire, stayed uncharmed, broke every rule just to stay disarmed. This ain't Nashville's gloss or Hollywood's charm. It's rural flow and splintered arms, with a mic in hand and boots in farm. I preach from the roots with hardwood and harm.
Ain't got a Milltown drawl and a city beat. My past don't whisper, it screams on repeat. I don't sell a dream, I voice the grind for every broke soul trying to realign. Mixing gospel loops with steel string licks, where sinners stomp and old won't stick. I don't flex, I testify. Truth don't rhyme, it molds your blind.
Hardwood and harm, blood in the grain, stubborn like oak, loud in the rain. Go through fire, stayed uncharmed, broke every rule just to stay disarmed. This ain't Nashville's gloss or Hollywood's charm. It's rural flow and splintered arms, with a mic in hand and boots in farm. I preach from the roots with hardwood and hard, hardwood and hard, hardwood.
Stubborn like oak, loud in the rain. Grew through fire, stayed uncharmed. Broke every rule just to stay disarmed.
I'm hardwood and harm, blood in the grain, stubborn like oak, loud in the rain. Grew through fire, stayed uncharmed, broke every rule just to stay disarmed. This ain't Nashville's gloss or Hollywood's charm. It's rural flow and splintered arms.
They tried to hog tie my honor with a smiling chain. Said, boy, stay quiet, don't go insane. But I was raised on grit, not fake applause. And my roots don't bend for no man's loss. Got calloused hands and a jaw that locks. Speaking sparks, moving shocks. Ain't no handout ever fed my pride. I built this flow from the grit they hide. Hog tied on her, born in a storm. Tethered to truth, but my voice stayed warm. Ain't polished clean, just carved in strife. I bleed my balls and I sing my life. This ain't for the suits or the radio slide. It's bars, smoke balls, and a voice red hot. You can buy my hands, but my fire won't die. This hog tied on a still ride sky high. Spit like a whip, walk like a flame. They curse my sound cause they fear the name. I'm dirt road deep with a skyline view. Got boots on beats, both old and new. No sugar in the spit, no Hollywood grin. Just outlaw golfer with a bourbon spin. You hear that twang, that's pain and pace. Every bar a strike in a safe place. Tied on her, born in a storm. Tethered to truth, but my voice stayed warm. Ain't polished clean, just carved in strife. I bleed my balls and I sing my life.
I ain't gonna take the rope off now. It never held me anyway.
Hog tied on her, born in a storm. Tethered to truth, but my voice stayed warm. Ain't polished clean, just carved in strife. I bleed my balls and I sing my life. Ropes fall, boots rise, honor don't die, it amplifies.
I don't preach peace, I spit what's real. Grew up on grit, cornmeal, and steel. Every scar I got was a lyric. Bled from shotgun nights to a plywood bed. And mama said grace, daddy said none. So I learned my verses from a loaded gun. Hollow point truths and a backbeat scroll. A choir of ghosts singing from my soul. It's my hollow point gospel, forged in pain. No stained glass, just mud and rain. Banging on the truth like a steel slide note. Salvation ain't sweet when it clings to your throat. I don't bow, I don't beg, I just speak with fire and a rebel leg. Holy ain't quiet, holy ain't calm. It's a kick drum sermon with a smoking palm. Got a 38 faith in a cracked tail light. Rhyme like a preacher, sin in sight. Riding past churches with a baseline grin. Cross on the dash, but I still let it spin. Ain't no pulpit in this beat I ride, but the word hits hard when the truth can't hide. I baptize pain in 808 booming. Light my path with the slide guitar tune. It's my hollow point gospel, forged in pain. No stained glass, just mud and rain. Banging on the truth like a steel slide note. Salvation ain't sweet when it clings to your throat.
I found church in a bar fight and mercy in a Marshall stack.
This is my hollow point gospel, forged in pain. No stained glass, just mud and rain. Banging on the truth like a steel slide note. Salvation ain't sweet when it clings to your throat.
This is how the South confesses. This is how the South confesses. The fucking spirit, you know, man.
808 bass hits with distant banjo sample snare crack.
Bred for your country club grace. I'm sweat-stained honor with a boot in place. Got red clay in my lungs, gold-tooth grin. From a dirt road star to a full throttle sin. Tattooed psalms on a barbed wire back. Raised on beef jerky and outcast tracks. Preacher said I'm bound to break, but my soul rides clean through the mess I made. Mud, blood, outlaw, hard off-road. Built from scraps where the story's told. Holler in my tone, boom in my step. Country in the face, but I rhyme with depth. Raised in a barn, born with bars. Rap in my veins and I'm covered in scars. No suit, no shame, no fake applause. I'm the crossbreed truth. Mud, blood, outlaw. Diesel in the veins, gospel in the spit. Still spin the block in the lift, the whip. Got Hank in the front, Dre in the trunk. Flow like a preacher, stomp like a punk. I write my verses with steel and grease. My country ain't clean, it's wild release. Beer full of smoke, eyes like brass. Don't salute the flag, I carry the past. Mud, blood, outlaw, hard off-road. Built from scraps where the story's told. Holler in my tone, boom in my step. Country in the face, but I rhyme with depth.
Beat of the street, they tried to erase me. Now I repeat.
Mud, blood, outlaw, hard off-road. Built from scraps where the story's told. Holler in my tone, boom in my step. Country in the face, but I rhyme with depth. No genre fits, I burn the mold. Outlaw blood, bold and cold.
Country now, no clean boots, no polished draw. Got mud on my jeans, scars on my pride. From back road dust to the city ride. Never played it sweet, never asked for grace. Middle finger high with a rebel face. Steel toe hustle, six-pack preach. Outlaw sermon with a backbeat speech. I'm not your dad, not your granddad's man. I spit fire on the mic with a six-string jam. Whiskey in the veins, 808 in the bed. Southern soul, but my verse went red. I ride like a sinner, rhyme like a saint. Truth in my throat, I don't play quaint. Country ain't dead, it just learned to spit. With a pick in the hand and a rhyme that hits. Tires spin on this rebel ground. Pick up, bumping that underground sound. Mama raised me on Merle and Hank, but the beat in my blood had a bigger crank. Tattooed chest story in my walk. Preacher's kid with a barrel of talk. Not made for the porch, I was born for the fight. With a cowboy soul and a neon light. I'm not your dad, not your granddad's man. I spit fire on the mic with a six-string jam. Whiskey in the veins, 808 in the bed. Southern soul, but my verse went red. I ride like a sinner, rhyme like a saint. Truth in my throat, I don't play quaint. Country ain't dead, it just learned to spit. With a pick in the hand and a rhyme that hits.
tradition. I am the mutation. He ain't like your daddy.
I'm not your dad, not your granddad's man. I spit fire on the mic with a 6-string jam. Whiskey in the veins, 808 in the bed. Southern soul, but my verse went red. Country roots, future fair. Line them up, I break that bread. Nah, I ain't your dad.
Out of the pines, out of the pines, with a story to spit, where the moss hangs low and the moon don't quit. Grew up with wolves, not sheep in line. Learned to rhyme with dirt and shine. My kin ain't saints, they're scars and booze. We talking grunts, not tailored suits. I walk through fire like I walk through rain. Each step a beat, each beat a chain. I came out of the pines, voice like bark. Wrote my bars by the light of a spark. No fame chase, just roots and grit. Every verse I drop got pine sap in it. I don't play safe, I play true. Country ain't dead, it just learned to chew. You can find me where the smoke line went, still rapping raw out of the pines. Out of the pines. I ain't got time for a gold-plated crown. Got a tree-lined soul and a banjo sound. From trailer nights to beat down trucks, I made art from scraps and bad luck. No limelight needed, just porch light pride and a 12-bar truth I'll never hide. My blood runs thick like that Georgia clay, and I rhyme like thunder on a judgment day. I came out of the pines, voice like bark. Wrote my bars by the light of a spark. No fame chase, just roots and grit. Every verse I drop got pine sap in it.
You hear that? That's not win. That's every outlaw who never fit in.
Right on. Out of the pines. I came out of the pines, voice like bark. Wrote my bars by the light of a spark. No fame chase, just roots and grit. Every verse I drop got pine sap in it.
My roots ain't clean, they're carved in stone. From moonshine hills to a jailhouse phone. Got a granddad's temper, mama's cry, and a brother who swears I was born to ride. Raised by outlaws with Bible lips, taught to swing fists and call out hypocrites. I ain't the future they prayed would bloom. I'm the boot stomp truth in a backroom tune. I'm a rebel lineage, raw and loud. No silver spoon, just a blue collar crowd. Blood like bourbon, thick and fire. Rap in my soul, string on wire. This ain't tradition's evolution's burn. Country ain't dead, it just had to learn. If I speak like a preacher and spit like a king, it's 'cause I'm cut from a rebel lineage string. Old photo on the dash of a man in war. Taught me more in silence than school folklore. Told me, boy, don't kneel if your heart don't fold. Now I rhyme like a smith and I move like Bo. Never wore Wranglers him on bass like a copper snake. I'm a rebel lineage, raw and loud. No silver spoon, just a blue-collar crowd. Blood like bourbon, thick and fire, rap in my soul, string on wire.
This ain't borrowed. This is blood.
This is what happens when rhythm runs in the family. I'm a rebel lineage, raw and loud. No silver spoon, just a blue-collar crowd. Blood like bourbon, thick and fire, rap in my soul, string on wire. Rebel blood, can't be tamed. Lineage proud, not ashamed. It's rust and grime, raised where the trains cut through time. Mama worked thirds, daddy broke steel. I found my truth with a boot on the wheel. Rap from a rail yard, gospel from sparks. Hammered these bars in the furnace dark. Ain't no angel in my DNA, just a sinner with a rhythm and a rebel's way. Rust Belt halo, born from pain. Dirty crown in the pouring rain. Beat of the blue-collar heart of coal. Outlaw rhythm with a country soul. Breathe like diesel, talk like fight. Crosses made of scaffolds and factory light. I ain't chosen, I was forged to glow. Halo bent, but it still shows. Steel toe stomp on the trap beat drag. Tattooed tails on a flannel flag. Learned my flow from a welder's hum, and my chorus hits like a jackhammer drum. From the hollers to the yards, we all relate. Ain't no mansion dreams, just a working fate. But we spit like kings on a scrapyard throne, with rust on our knuckles and rhythm full grown. Rust Belt halo, born from pain. Dirty crown in the pouring rain. Beat of the blue-collar heart of coal. Outlaw rhythm with a country soul.
They said we'd break. We built a chorus instead.